The National Girls Speech and Debate Championship is brought to you by Mermac Productions in partnership with the Ghana Education Service, Ghana Commission for UNESCO, Forum for African Women Educationalists, and Planned Parenthood Association of Ghana. Proudly sponsored by Margins ID Systems, Identity Management Systems, Intelligent Card Production Systems, CUPA Study International, Verna Mineral Water, McBerry Biscuits, and Planet Drinks. Also supported by Uncle Ad Law, for Buying Organization, and Canan Care Travel and Tour. NGSDC, Educate, Empower, Encourage.
Now, who is our chairperson for the day? She is Associate Professor and Deputy Provost at Lancaster University, Ghana, and Director for External Engagement for West Africa at Lancaster University. Prior to her post at Lancaster, Cynthia was Head of Department of Management Leadership and Organization at the University of Hertfordshire Business School. Cynthia teaches in the areas of human resource management, organizational behavior, and qualitative research methods, and is a fellow at the UK Higher Education Academy. Her research interests cover equality, diversity, and inclusion, EDI, in the labor market and interests and organizations. She focuses particularly on gender, ethnicity, class, and migrant status, and the intersectional influences in the lives and careers of women, particularly African women on the continent and in the diaspora. In that context, she sits on the boards of companies and brings her expertise in her teaching and research areas to enhance the strategic management of those organizations. She is the chairman of the board of All Star Insurance Brokers Limited, and a member of the boards of CalBank PLC and Africa Partners Medical Ghana. She is interested in promoting the leadership of women in all sectors through professionalism and the provision of skill training for women to gain access to income. She has extensive experience in training and in leadership and management and EDI, using innovative approaches that promote self-discovery in participants' learning. Ladies and gentlemen, the chairperson for the day is, let me list the certificates so you know that she has the sets to back it. She has an LLB, she has an LLM, MBA, PhD, FHEA, and her name is Dr. Mrs. Cynthia Afosin.
Ladies and gentlemen, coaches, honored guests, and the most important people in this room, the student participants. I am very passionate about women's issues, as you can tell from my profile, particularly African women. And I want you, when you get back home, to do an exercise. Go into Google Images and type 3 words. Women, work, Europe, and then click on images, and then have a look at the images that you see. You'll have a variety of images. It's a bit of history, statistics, women working in the 1950s, women working at home, women working in offices, on farms. You'll get a variety of stories. Change one word, Europe to Africa. And what kind of women do you think you'll see there? Will we be there? Do you think you're on Google Images for women and work in Africa? No. Women and work in Africa, in Google Images, we are beasts of burden. We are carrying firewood. We are carrying babies on our back. We are carrying pots on our head. That's what African women do for work as far as Google is concerned. But we know that we are here. We are in Africa. We are African women workers. And we don't all carry firewood. There's nothing wrong with carrying firewood. And there's nothing wrong with working on a farm. The problem is when the story is a single story of Africa. So I'm very passionate about women's issues. According to Statista, which carries all the statistics for a variety of issues, 69% of men and 73% of women enrolled completed the last grade of primary school in Ghana. Right? Listen to this story. 73% of women who are enrolled in primary school and 69% of women enrolled in private school finish primary school. Let's go to JSS. JSS, 45% of the girls, 50% of the girls and 45% of the boys. Which means that at primary and JSS levels, the women are doing better, right? Do you agree? Okay. But when we get to SSS or SS, the numbers are dire for both men and women. Only 12% of enrolled students in Ghana, SS, finish it successfully, i.e. complete with a certificate that they can progress onto the next stage of education with. 12%. I wish I had a projector here. I would go into it and show it. It's on my phone. And for the women, 9%. So we in Accra, I think we are Ghana, but we're not. There's a lot going on beyond Accra that we have no clue about. And so my passion about women and African women's issues stems from the fact that there are so many girls in our society who never fulfill their potential. They lose their voice in society and they end up in domestic work and household chores that stifle their individual interests, their education, and their careers. Their voices are silenced and their thoughts are dampened. Yet many of these girls have dreams and aspirations beyond our imagination. But dreams take both work and prayer. You can go to all the all-nights in this world. If you don't work, you won't pass. Right? Do you agree? Okay. So my delight in this debate and speech championship stems from the fact that it enables the wonderful girls in this room to develop critical thinking, problem solving, research skills, and to explore real-world issues. Thank you, and best wishes to all the participants.
Imagine a world without worry. A place where everyone is who they say they are. Where the people and assets most important to you are protected. A safe space. For over 3 decades, Margins ID Group and its subsidiaries have been building this world. Our state-of-the-art access control systems, asset tagging systems, and CCTV installations ensure that the assets most important to you are protected. We have designed and built award-winning national identity infrastructures, supported by our ultra-modern in-house designed and built verification system. We are the identity experts. We represent you, and we are certified to do so. Proudly, the only African facility to be certified by Intergraph at central banking level. Margins ID Group, made in Ghana by Ghanaians for the world. Visit us now at www.marginsgroup.com.
Dreaming of studying abroad, United States, Canada, the UK, Australia, or other countries, CUPA Study International makes that dream a reality. With over 29 years experience in the school placement business, we provide expert guidance to prospective students from application to admission on visa processing, accommodation, travel, and scholarships. Our global partnerships open doors to prestigious universities worldwide, helping you gain world-class education and international exposure and preparing our students for their future careers. From your hometown to your dream destination, we work with you every step of the way. CUPA Study International, Ghana's premier college and university placement agency, is an efficient and very professional agency. Visit us today to take the next steps towards a successful career. Success starts here. Let's facilitate your study abroad journey smoothly.
We are arguing on today, and it's the privatization of healthcare services is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana. Let me remind our debaters of the time that you have been allocated. The principal speaker, 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, our timekeeper will remind you that you have 2 minutes left. For the second speaker, 5 minutes. At 3 minutes, our timekeeper will remind you that you have close to 2 minutes left to close your argument. And our final speaker who will be closing the argument, you have 3 minutes. So at 2 minutes, you get a reminder that you're drawing towards your last 1 minute. So please, let's keep it clean and neat. Our timekeeper, I need to acknowledge her because she's very essential as well. Sandra J, she's Corporate Affairs, National Education Authority. And let's begin with OSUDOKU Senior High Technical School. Thank you.
For this academic competition, panel of judges with great integrity and reputation, judicious and accurate timekeeper, distinguished guests, fellow debaters, cherished students, ladies and gentlemen, with great respect, I greet you all. My name is Frimpong Magdalene from OSUDOKU Senior High Technical School and the principal speaker as well. The chair, the motion before the House today is the privatization of healthcare services is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana. My team supports the motion and will therefore argue for the motion. Distinguished guests, for the purpose of sincerity and clarity, I'll begin with definitional issues to avoid doubt. According to Ghana El-Masuri, a former dental public health researcher at University St. Malaysia and a former general dentist at Tripoli Medical Health Hospital, privatization of healthcare refers to limiting the role of the public sector and defining healthcare as a private responsibility. If it pleases you, the chair, my team have already presented to the members of the high table several copies of the source of our definition, which is evidence 1. The chair, a major reason for my team's support for the motion, privatization of healthcare services, is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana. This will lead to quality healthcare, since investors will augment the deficiencies of the state, which will eventually lead to quality healthcare in Ghana. Furthermore, privatizing healthcare services in Ghana will lead to an increased access to better facilities. Advanced nations such as the United States of America have privatized their entire healthcare delivery system, and it is one of the places our rich men and politicians visit in times of illness. We believe strongly that when Ghana's healthcare delivery system is privatized, the physician specialists and the medical equipment will automatically available, since entrepreneurs or investors will no longer be doing business in the dark as the country is doing currently. In addition, fellow students, healthcare is one of the reasonable expectations for every human. Compassion and altruism are inherent and should not be suppressed by politics or economics. We were all grieved when the news about the 182 containers with essential medicines got stuck at the Taman Harbour for almost a year. Our source is City News on the 12th day of April 2024. These medicines were stacked at the ports and harbors where HIV and tuberculosis patients were dying as Christmas fowls. For this reason, I urge my sisters from Praso to join us in debating for the motion privatization of healthcare services is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana. Also, privatizing healthcare services will lead to shorter wait times. One of the biggest complaints about public healthcare is longer wait time. This is because private healthcare providers are not as bogged down by bureaucracy as public healthcare providers are. As a result, you will get seen and treated faster when you visit any private healthcare in Ontario. Also, privatizing healthcare system will lead to a reasonable staff to patient ratio. In public hospitals, there are usually nurses assigned to a large number of patients and leaving patients with a feeling of having wait for basic care. But in private hospitals, there is a good staff to patient ratio and there are no such thing like nurses assigned to a large number of people. Consequently, you may feel more comfortable and relaxed when staying in a private hospital. All of your basic needs, whether pre or post surgery, will be attended to as quickly and efficiently as possible thanks to many staff on hand. Moving on, privatizing healthcare system will lead to effective supervision, which will not lead to a rapid progression of the severity of patient illness. In private health, privatization of healthcare services is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana. Quality healthcare is part of the sustainable development goals. We are nowhere near these goals. Isn't it right that we privatize our healthcare delivery system in Ghana? My sisters from Praso, I can see the agony of defeat staring directly at you, but I'm bound by the limitation of time. So I call my first supporting speaker to continue with our presentation. The chair, panel of judges, distinguished guests, fellow debaters, cherished students, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the beginning. I thank you for your time to listen to the truth from OSUDOKU Senior High Technical School. Thank you.
Push for now, skills development and technical skills. TWIFO PRASO, Central Region 4.
Charles School, an American pediatric surgeon and health administrator once said, and I quote, healthcare is vital to all of us some of the time, but public health is vital to all of us all the time. The ever-wise chair, impartial panel of adjudicators, accurate and CUPA, organizers and beloved of National Girls Speech and Debate Championship, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, a warm greeting to you all. I respond to Joanna Wanyako, representing Equinimbe and TWIFO PRASO Senior High School as the principal speaker against the motion. And I quote and unquote, the privatization of healthcare service is the best solution to improving healthcare quality. The chair, before I proceed to share with you my thoughts on the motion, permit me to explain some key terms in the motion. Oxford Learners Advanced Issue defines healthcare as a prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and management of illness through a range of services and products. Privatization, on the other hand, is the process of transferring ownership of business, public health sectors from the government to private individuals. When one says quality healthcare, the person needs healthcare services that meet patients' needs and are safe, timely, equitable, patient-centered, and efficient. Therefore, the motion at hand simply means, in order to improve the quality healthcare in Ghana, public health sector should be made private, which I disagree in total. To set the ball rolling, the chair, there is no need to privatize healthcare system in Ghana because it will increase costs, making it unaffordable for many Ghanaians. But in Sundays, an American politician and activist once said, and I quote and unquote, healthcare is a basic human right, not a privilege or a commodity. Most private healthcare administrators charge user fees, which is high and out of reach for many Ghanaians, especially those at the rural areas or with low income service or with low income level. Also, Paul Edward Farmer, an American medical anthropologist and physician, once said, and I quote, if access to healthcare is considered human right, who is then considered human enough to have that right? Therefore, the chair, there is no need to privatize healthcare system because if healthcare systems are made private, it will be a privilege for only those who can afford it, which is not supposed to be so, my dear. Furthermore, the chair, another reason why it is out of place to privatize healthcare system is that fully privatized health system will prioritize profits over patients' care. This is because most private healthcare administrators structure their system of rendering services in such a way that it satisfies their desire for money, claiming, and I quote and unquote, infatuating Nigeria. This literally means, and I quote and unquote, profit is the main aim for trading, which is quite unsympathetic on their side. The chair, the house. I would like to find out from my opponent, my dear opponent, do we really have to prioritize money over human life? The chair, as a result of this, there is no need for the government to privatize healthcare system in Ghana. Moreover, the chair, another reason why it is not necessary to privatize healthcare system in Ghana is that there will be inefficient allocation of resources. You all bear me out that most private healthcare administrators do not have enough money to furnish their ward with the necessary equipment like incubators, patient bed, and good lighting system. Such situation finally leads to the accounts of the high mortality rate. The chair, according to the Ministry of Health in 2016, the Ministry of Health published an article in 2016 titled Private Health Sector Development Policy, which states support towards the private health sector has been inadequate. Access to loans and financial equity is a major challenge for most private health sector administrators. The chair, finally, ladies and gentlemen, another reason why it is not necessary to privatize healthcare system. Instead of privatizing the healthcare system, government should rather raise armies for equal access and to provide quality health care. The chair, this was affirmed by Canan in his article published on 9th May 2022 titled Challenges in Ghana's Fragile Health Sector, which states no bed syndrome, poor doctor-patient ratio, and the worst of all, bad infrastructure. As a result of this, the chair, there is no need for the government to privatize healthcare system, but rather improve upon its system to provide good quality education and access to quality health care. The chair, during my opponent's delivery, she made mention of better condition. My dear opponent, private health sectors provide good conditions for only those who can afford it, leaving those who cannot afford it in the dark. The chair, my dear opponent, is that supposed to be so? My dear opponent, irrational things. The chair, ladies and gentlemen, my supporting speaker will add to what I've just presented against the motion, and I quote, the privatization of healthcare is a
Imagine a world without worry. A place where everyone is who they say they are, where the people and assets most important to you are protected. A safe space. For over 3 decades, Margins ID Group and its subsidiaries have been building this world. Our state-of-the-art access control systems, asset tagging systems, and CCTV installations ensure that the assets most important to you are protected. We have designed and built award-winning national identity infrastructures, supported by our ultra-modern in-house designed and built verification system. We are the identity experts. We represent you, and we are certified to do so. Proudly, the only African facility to be certified by Intergraph at central banking level. Margins ID Group, made in Ghana by Ghanaians for the world. Visit us now at www.marginsgroup.com.
Dreaming of studying abroad, United States, Canada, the UK, Australia, or other countries, CUPA Study International makes that dream a reality. With over 29 years experience in the school placement business, we provide expert guidance to prospective students from application to admission on visa processing, accommodation, travel, and scholarships. Our global partnerships open doors to prestigious universities worldwide, helping you gain world-class education and international exposure and preparing our students for their future careers. From your hometown to your dream destination, we walk with you every step of the way. CUPA Study International, Ghana's premier college and university placement agency, is an efficient and very professional agency. Visit us today to take the next steps towards a successful career. Success starts here. Let's facilitate your study abroad journey smoothly.
The National Girls Speech and Debate Championship is brought to you by Mermac Productions in partnership with the Ghana Education Service, Ghana Commission for UNESCO, Forum for African Women Educationalists, and Planned Parenthood Association of Ghana. Proudly sponsored by Margins ID Systems, Identity Management Systems, Intelligent Card Production Systems, CUPA Study International, Verna Mineral Water, McBerry Biscuits, and Planet Drinks. Also supported by Uncle Adlaw for Buying Organization and Canan Care Travel and Tour. NGSDC, Educate, Empower, Encourage.
Let me call on the second speaker for OSUDOKU.
The Chair, all protocols observed. I endorse the salutations made by the principal speaker, including definitions, so I may not repeat them for want of time. My name is AJ Erica Bedu, a proud student of OSUDOKU Senior High Technical School and the first supportive speaker as well. The Chair, in furtherance of our stance that privatization of the healthcare service is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana, I want to put it on record today that contrary to the opinion held by my opponents that privatization may lead to increase in medical costs, privatization rather increases competition, leading to better quality and lower prices. Competition does not need permission to force organizations to operate from optimum targets. They need to be the best of the best in the watchword. This is because the slightest deficiency at the side of the private healthcare provider will bring a down consequence on the image of the private healthcare provider. For as long as they are perfect competitors. So my people, it is very clear here that privatization of our healthcare system is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana. The Chair, all protocols observed. One reason why we advocate for the outsourcing of healthcare to the private sector is that my opponents made mention of something. She said the private healthcare provider, their main motive is profit making. But do you know that financial accountability, it always compels the private healthcare provider to ensure patients' well-being, seek innovation, and eliminate unnecessary bureaucracy. This gives the private healthcare provider a competitive advantage over the public sector, which is often constrained by rigid cultures, regulations, and few incentives to innovate. My dear sisters from Praso, are you implying that bureaucratic bottlenecks are still needed for the 21st century patients? Absolutely no, and you know. We still stand for the motion that privatization of our healthcare system is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana, our beloved country, and there is no mistake about this. Furthermore, ladies and gentlemen, the COVID-19 pandemic, which plunged Ghana into a state of sorrowful grief, exposed our unreliable healthcare system. The government, out of desperation, embarked on Agenda 111. As I debate at this academic contest, 4 years down the lane, Agenda 111 has been a mirage. The state could not build all the 111 hospitals. That was jingled on all media platforms. One question my opponents may not answer sincerely is it not right for Ghana to embark on privatizing healthcare services, since it is the best solution to ensure quality healthcare services in Ghana? Panel of judges, please do not allow yourself to be deceived by my dear sisters from Choco Praso. Furthermore, the utmost gap which privatization can bridge is infrastructure. The public healthcare sector though available, are majorly insufficient to treat a wide range of diseases and ailments. They are either unequipped in terms of equipment and facilities. A critical Ghanaian situation, which can be traced in the publication by the Ghana Web on the 22nd day of February 2023 with the caption, 5 dead in Tamale Teaching Hospital due to lack of oxygen. It's a wake-up call to privatize the healthcare system. The Tamale Teaching Hospital in a press release confirmed the reportage. The chair, my team has already made available to the high table the reportage, as well as the statement by the Tamale Teaching Hospital. This is not the first of its kind in that hospital. Several public hospitals have ended the life of innocent people. Patients awaiting surgeries could not have their surgeries. This is a huge failure and shame on the part of our country. But the private players, on the other hand, hold the capability to build a state-of-the-art healthcare base. My opponent, hope you know nothing is comparable to the human life. So join us in our bid to ensure quality healthcare service by privatizing our healthcare system in Ghana. More often than not, people assigned to manage healthcare services in Ghana, such as ministers and other appointees, are political favorites who eventually tend to be square pegs in round holes. You know, Ghana is a country where everything is politicized, and this does not create a positive image at all. Ladies and gentlemen, I do not think anyone here will vouch for a politicized healthcare system. My dear sisters from TWIFO PRASO, we have taken the right course, which is the only truth. So join us, and that is teamwork. After all, if you can't beat them, just join them. The chair, panel of judges, fellow debaters, dignitaries, student championing employment of women, ladies and gentlemen, we have argued at the length because it has become expedient to put Ghana on the path of quality healthcare services. We still believe that privatizing our healthcare service system in Ghana is the best solution to achieving healthcare quality in Ghana. Thank you.
Let's now have TWIFO PRASO. The second
Ladies and gentlemen, I am in the person of Kezia Mensah, the supporting speaker against the motion, quote and unquote, that privatization of healthcare services is the best solution to improving quality healthcare in Ghana. The chair, the House, in addition to what my principal speaker has presented, healthcare services in Ghana should not be privatized because there will be lack of universal coverage. The chair, the House, privatization of healthcare services means that only those who can afford such services are covered, leaving others without the means to the essential healthcare services in the dark. The chair, the House. The chair, the House. I want to find out from my opponents if this should be the case. You for sure agree with me that quality healthcare refers to healthcare services that are equitable, accessible, and unbiased, regardless of age, gender, race, and socio-economic status. The chair, the House. This is why Ghana has a universal healthcare system that is the National Health Insurance, I mean the NHIS. The chair, the House. As I have presented to you already, until the establishment of the NHIS, many people died because they did not have money to pay for their hospital bills when they were ill. And this was the era when cash and carry was the order of the day. So my opponents, with this, are you still of the view that we should privatize our healthcare services? Will the NHIS be operational if we privatize our healthcare services? There is an adage in account that says, and I quote and unquote, and there's no break. This literally means what suits one may not suit another. The chair, the House, if I may ask my opponents again, how many of us can afford the services of the private healthcare in this era? My dear, a word of advice to you, cut your coat according to your health. Furthermore, the chair, there is no need for us to privatize our healthcare services because it will reduce government control and regulations. The chair, the House, this will allow the private providers to operate with more autonomy. The chair, the House, an article published by the World Health Organization states, titled quote and unquote, the role of government in development, state that government should continue to play their leadership role in health development in order to protect the societal balance and equity, solidarity and fairness in line with health for all policies and strategies which consider human health, which consider health as human right and not as a commodity. The chair, the House, this means house because there is an adage in Canan that says, and I quote and unquote, this literally is the right person for the right task. So I want to find out from my opponent that if they are insisting that we should prioritize the healthcare system in Ghana, then how are you expecting? In fact, how do you expect fairness in policies and strategies if the government is denied a stake in the healthcare system in our country? The chair, the house. Please permit me to refute some claims made by my opponent. In the course of my opponent delivery, they made mention of staying at a private hospital, making patients feel comfortable. Do you know the cost involved? So it is obvious so far as high costs are available and so far as high cost is involved, my dear, I have to enjoy it. And remember, when my principal speaker was doing her presentation, you misquoted her when you came back to rebut it. My dear, my principal speaker says, instead of increasing of high cost, but she just said increase medical cost. My opponents, you better pay attention next time. And then you make mention of private healthcare having quality machines for surgery. But these people suffer. Are you not in Ghana? Like, I want to educate you small. These people suffer from inefficient allocation of resources. If you don't know, let me tell you. Again, you make mention of privatization of healthcare services, increasing accesses. How can you afford their access when you don't have money? Remember, we are in Ghana, where vulnerable human beings are everywhere. If we privatize the healthcare services, how will those vulnerable people go to hospital? But share the health. I still stand on my ground against the motion. Quote and unquote. The privatization of healthcare services is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana. Thank you.
All protocols observed. I go by the name Hasnat Mohammed Awad from OSUDOKU Senior Technical School and the second supporting speaker as well. The chair, the motion before the House today is the privatization of healthcare services is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana. My team supports the motion. The chair, all protocols observed. We, the affirmative team, have painstakingly presented to all and sundry in an honest way the reason why the privatization of healthcare service is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana. We have provided documents as well. The chair, we have advanced our stance with the motion with the following points. Ghana, our beloved country, is financially anemic and seeking solace from the International Monetary Fund. We will pose procurement problems with dangerous repercussions on quality healthcare service and delivery. What we need is privatizing our healthcare service. Privatization of healthcare service will lead to increased access to better facilities. In addition, fellow students, quality healthcare is the reasonable expectation of every human. Furthermore, panel of judges, privatizing our healthcare system would lead to shorter wait times. This will prevent any form of rapid progression to severity. Also, a privatized healthcare system delivery and will lead to reasonable staff to patient ratio. In addition, privatization of healthcare service is the best solution to improving healthcare quality because it is not limited by the budget, which will limit the access to expensive treatment. Privatization of healthcare service in Ghana will lead to the rich and influential members of the society to get access to private rooms. I am putting it on record today that contrary to the opinion held by my opponents that privatization may lead to increased cost of medical care, privatization rather increases competition, leading to better quality and lower prices. One reason why we advocate for outsourcing healthcare services in Ghana to the private sector is that privatization helps healthcare providers to seek innovations and eliminate unnecessary bureaucracy. Among or more often than not, people assigned to manage healthcare services are, such as ministers and other appointees, are political favorites who eventually tend to be square pegs in round hole. My opponents, there are several ways of doing things. The debate topic, which is the privatization of healthcare service, is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana. Is looking for the best way of improving quality healthcare service. You have provided dangerous alternatives, but we have provided the best way. Long live Ghana, long live debate. This is OSUDOKU Senior Technical School. Thank you.
Thank you,
closing the arguments for the motion for OSUDOKU Senior High School. Last chance for Choco Praso to come and finish them off if they want to.
The chair, impartial panel of adjudicators, accurate timekeeper, organizers and beloved of the National Girl Speech and Debate Championship, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, I want greetings to you all. I am proud to be called a Nyamiche Abdul, the concluding speaker against the motion, and I quote, the privatization of healthcare services is the best solution to improving healthcare quality in Ghana. End of quote. The chair, the house. The following are the reasons to buttress our stance against the motion. 1. There is no need to privatize healthcare service because it will reduce government control and regulation, allowing private providers to operate with more autonomy. 2. Privatization of healthcare services should not be privatized. 2. Privatization of healthcare services in Ghana is not necessary because it will prioritize profit over patient care. 3. Instead of prioritizing healthcare services, government should royally revamp it for easy access and to provide quality healthcare service. 4. Privatization of healthcare service is not the best way out because there will be inefficient allocation of resources. 5. Healthcare services in Ghana should not be privatized because there will be lack of universal coverage. Finally, the chair, there is no need to privatize healthcare services in Ghana because privatizing healthcare will increase costs, making it unaffordable for many Ghanaians. The chair, ladies and gentlemen, as we have already stated, healthcare is a basic human right, not a privilege of humanity, as intimated by Bernie Sanders. Again, we need to understand that public health is a powerful tool to level the playing field, to bend the arc of our country away from the stress and disparities and back towards equity and justice. This was according to Liana Wayne, an American physician and former president of Planned Parenthood Association. The chair, the House, please permit me to refute the claims made by my opponent. In the course of their delivery, they made mention of privatizing healthcare will lead to effective supervision. My opponent, who told you privatizing healthcare service will lead to effective supervision? So far as my dear opponent, please come to public health centers and you'll see the proper supervision. The chair, impartial panel of adjudicators, accurate timekeeper, organizers and beloved of the National Girl Speech and Debate Championship, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, our points raised no doubt that my team has emerged victorious. We thereby call on all assemblies to record our position, and I quote, the privatization of healthcare services is the best solution to improving healthcare quality.
This is the National Girls Speech and Debate Championship. The argument on the motion here is the privatization of healthcare services is the best solution for improving healthcare quality in Ghana. And OSUDOKU Senior High Technical, so I say the whole team, they are for that motion, and Vivo Energy Senior High School are against that motion. Lots have been said, our judges are compiling their results based on delivery, data, information that has been used. They seem to have done expansive research in the topic and built their arguments based on that. And so our judges will put together the documentation and the compilation of the results, and then we will declare our winners.
Imagine a world without worry. A place where everyone is who they say they are, where the people and assets most important to you are protected. A safe space. For over 3 decades, Margins ID Group and its subsidiaries have been building this world. Our state-of-the-art access control systems, asset tagging systems, and CCTV installations ensure that the assets most important to you are protected. We have designed and built award-winning national identity infrastructures, supported by our ultra-modern in-house designed and built verification system. We are the identity experts. We represent you, and we are certified to do so. Proudly, the only African facility to be certified by Intergraph at central banking level. Margins ID Group, Made in Ghana by Ghanaians for the world. Visit us now at www.marginsgroup.com.
Dreaming of studying abroad, United States, Canada, the UK, Australia, or other countries? CUPA Study International makes that dream a reality. With over 29 years experience in the school placement business, we provide expert guidance to prospective students from application to admission on visa processing, accommodation, travel, and scholarships. Our global partnerships open doors to prestigious universities worldwide, helping you gain world-class education and international exposure and preparing our students for their future careers. From your hometown to your dream destination, we work with you every step of the way. CUPA Study International, Ghana's premier college and university placement agency, is an efficient and very professional agency. Visit us today to take the next steps towards a successful career. Success starts here. Let's facilitate your study abroad journey smoothly.
The National Girls Speech and Debate Championship is brought to you by Mermac Productions in partnership with the Ghana Education Service, Ghana Commission for UNESCO, Forum for African Women Educationalists, and Planned Parenthood Association of Ghana. Proudly sponsored by Margins ID Systems, Identity Management Systems, Intelligent Card Production Systems, CUPA Study International, Verna Mineral Water, McBerry Biscuits, and Planet Drinks. Also supported by Uncle Adlaw, for Buying Organization, and Canan Care Travel and Tour. NGSDC, Educate, Empower, Encourage.
OSUDOKU. Judge 1 scored a total of 255. Judge 2 scored a total of 219. Then Judge 3 gave 240. 255, 219, 240, giving a total of 714. 714. For the team against the motion, Praso, Judge 1 scored 262. Judge 2 scored 270. Judge 3 scored 269.5, giving a total of 80.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello Monica, can you come over? We could chop love and tuna. I want you here, don't send me your tuna.